You will now hear about the Great Vowel Shift, taken from the book The Story of English, written by Joseph Piercy. Just as English was trying to get a little sorted, it encountered another challenge. One of the main conundrums in English language development is the stark difference between Middle English and early modern English. To contemporary sensibilities, the language of Chaucer is difficult, the spelling archaic and foreign sounding. The language of Shakespeare, on the other hand, is relatively easy to read and understand, with many words spelt or spoken much as they are today. It seems logical to assume that during the 200 or so years between the Canterbury Tales and Shakespeare's early plays, English underwent a radical transformation in the form in which words were written and spoken. This period of linguistic upheaval, roughly between 1350 and 1550, is referred to as the Great Vowel Shift. The term was first coined by Otto Jespersen, a Danish professor of linguistics at Copenhagen University at the turn of the 20th century. Jespersen tracked changes in the pronunciation of English vowel sounds. Middle English contained 7 long vowels, which are sounds elongated in speech. And over time, these 7 sounds condensed or shifted into the form common in early modern English, with 2 long vowels becoming diphthongs. For example, the Middle English long vowel oo, as in the word shoe in modern English, underwent a transformation to the sound o, as in show, and eventually becoming the ow, as in shower. As each long vowel shifted, it set off a chain reaction with another vowel, forcing it to also shift while ensuring there was adequate space between the sounds to differentiate between them. For example, in Middle English, the word hate would have been pronounced heart, and boat pronounced boot. This movement of vowel sounds probably affected different sections of the population at different times. There are conflicting ideas as to the reasons behind the Great Vowel Shift. One theory is that the Black Death pandemic of the 14th century caused the population to move southwards towards London and southern England, causing lots of conflicting dialects to mix and merge together. Others blame the scribes of Chancery and their efforts to standardize English, or the later development of the printing press. Whatever the reason, the period of the Great Vowel Shift had a huge effect upon the way English developed into the language of the modern age. And although the condensing movement of vowels appears to have continued up until the 18th century, the period between Chaucer and Shakespeare evidenced the most change. And that's the Great Vowel Shift.